Hello, everyone. Welcome to UAP Sankofa, a first generation family engagement initiative. This is something that we are recently launching here in the University Access Programs Department here at Southern. And I am here with my good friend, Renea Dacosta.
Hi.
And we are going to have a conversation on Sankofa, kind of like what developed Sankofa and basically just talk about it and how we're going to launch it in the fall. So I want to welcome our Americorps Vista, Miss Renea Dacosta.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, how's it
Thanks for doing
going?
this. Good.
Good. Um, so we're gonna briefly talk about Sankofa. What does it mean? What does it symbolize? And basically, what's to look for in the future for it. So
Gotcha. Okay. So Sankofa originates actually from two languages or two Ghanaian languages. I'm not going to say the names because I want to disrespect anybody and their culture, but it comes from two languages, and it basically, when translated to English, means to go back and to retrieve it, or to fetch it, or to get it, depending on what language you're looking at it from. So basically, the symbol that represents Sankofa is a bird whose body is and feet are faced forward, but its head is turned backwards, and it reaches from the back to pick up an egg. Why we chose to name this program Sankofa is the messaging behind that symbol, I think, is really important and meaningful when it comes to me or anybody as a student, to remember where you come from as you're, moving forward. And a lot of times where everything about you stems from is your family, is your parents, is where you grew up, the environment you grew up, and whether you deem that or a good or a bad thing, it's what makes you you and helps you, tackle certain challenges that college students typically face with a unique perspective or lens in order to handle whatever's thrown at you and be resilient. So that's basically why we chose that name. Also, it's cute, and it's super ethnic, which is, I think something that's important to make sure people acknowledge their cultures and different things like that too. As far as things to come, so Sankofa will be a website. So Sankofa is, though it is meant to ultimately support students, it is more so focusing on their family members and making sure that family members who are relatively new to being, parents of college students, make sure that they have the resources and information they need to have the social capital to go back to their kids or their newly, fresh adults. And help them navigate the college journey together. And ultimately leave when their student graduates. They both feel like they graduated. They both feel that Southern is their home, that they're welcomed here, that they matter to us as well. And ultimately, a university could give all the correspondence and all the emails and phone calls and this and that to students, but at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge the influence, the greater impact that family members have. But they can't be supportive unless they have the information. And so Sankofa will be a website that'll house all of the foundational information that's necessary for each year within the journey. So first year, second year, and so on and so forth. It'll be, there'll be information tailored to each of those years. In addition to a website, we also have in the works a kind of like workshop series that we're developing. So it'll be something additional for parents to actually engage with us versus just clicking a link and scrolling through different things. So it's an opportunity for us to, envision inviting parents, envisioning past COVID-19 and inviting parents to our campus to, engage with us and to ask their questions, to meet different faculty and staff surrounding academics, surrounding counseling, surrounding res life, surrounding all the different components that make up student life, and anything that they may have some burning questions about or unclear about, or maybe their student has questions and doesn't know the right people to go to. And then obviously it's an opportunity for parents to be affiliated with this department, UAP, and the services that come out of that as well. So that's kind of to come for at least fall 2021, and then more to come past fall 2021 when the program continues to expand.
Okay, thank you, Renee. We here in UAP feel like it's very important for us to launch this initiative for several reasons. We acknowledge that college is not easy, and it takes a village. That's something that we also overhear a lot in different communities. So, and here in UAP, we have a lot of first generation and low income students. So this initiative is kind of help parents understand college, understand like what their students are going through. Because I know, for example, my parents immigrated here from Trinidad in the 90s. They don't really understand how American college system works. If this initiative existed back when I was in school, they could have better helped me graduate more on time, because I had to struggle and figure it out on my own. But it's designed to help parents basically. What's the word I'm trying to say? I can't think.
Well, I think it's
Ready.
trying to give, parents an opportunity to experience it. I can relate to your story. My mom migrated here from Jamaica, so shout out to the Caribbean that's represented.
Hey,
But and also in the 90s, and didn't have, the opportunity for herself to attend college because the goal was to make me do that. So it gives, and also a lot of struggle in my undergraduate, journey to my bachelor's. It took a lot longer than it needed to. And a lot of the, different things that I had to kind of go through, I had to go through by myself. And then I didn't have the vocabulary, I didn't have the resource, I didn't have
university lingo, basically the higher ed lingo.
My issues to the faculty on campus, but then also how do I break this down in a way like that? And my mom's super intelligent. How do I make it so that she understands that I'm not just switching schools to just switch schools? Like there are actually problems that are happening, but how do I make her understand
how to communicate effectively with parents?
Right.
Because college, a lot happens, and if you don't understand the basic, because it's a lot to handle in, especially during a pandemic. Like we're going to school in a pandemic, people. So what are some ways you can better support your students socially and emotionally? For example, I have students that have to work 2 jobs and babysit. And sometimes it's like, that's the only option, but they don't understand like school, you could not prioritize over family, but what's the word I'm trying to say? Basically, have the effective enough time for do your homework and to handle what you need to do in life. It's like we need to figure out ways to kind of better support our students. So that's why this initiative is very important. And that's what we hope to get from this.
Yeah. I think ultimately we just want, parents to understand that now there's kind of a shift in your relationship with your students. So, before college, I think most parents feel that, providing housing and food and, the basic necessities to survive, and to not just survive, but to like be comfortable is what is your job, of course. But now that, for me, it was like by the time I got to college, I was buying my food, I was buying my clothes, I was buying things, I was doing this, I was working, I was whatever. So now I can kind of be somewhat self-sufficient in that aspect. I was living on campus, so I, didn't really live at home as much. So it's like, okay, so how can we shift our relationship? So now we're partners in this thing here. We should be working together to make sure that both of us can be, if I'm succeeding, like if the student is succeeding, the family is succeeding. And so it's I think that's, it's not just about money. And I think that's a focal point in Sankofa, is acknowledging that, like you said, a lot of the population within university access programs is low income, but that's not the only thing that matters. Money is not the only thing that matters. There's yes, this generation is going through a pandemic while starting college and all of the struggles that already come with college, and now the pandemic. all of the social issues that are happening at the same time. And then you're trying to grow into an adult and all of the different things that happen to you in between 18 and 22 or 23 or whatever. So there's a lot happening all at the same time that I don't necessarily need you to just provide food. Like, I need the emotional support too, because life is getting hard. And I need
Oh, the
someone
real
who's
world is
been with
no
me.
joke.
Yeah, I need, my parent who's been this age, who's been there, done that, seen it, done whatever. I need your advice. I need your mentorship, and I need your empathy to recognize that you didn't go to college, and now I'm adding in that dynamic. So on top of the things that you had to go through, I'm going through them on top of being a college student. And during the 90s, when most of our parents had us, there was no pandemic, so
Not at
that's a
all.
whole other factor to throw in there. So I think that's, a definite focal point for Sankofa. It's kind of just this understanding. We want to develop an understanding and a partnership between the university and the parent, so that there's a partnership between the parent and the student, and it's not just university, university, university.
Thank you so much, Renee. That was very enlightening. We are very excited here in UAP to launch this initiative next fall. So please be on the lookout for us on our social media page, SCCU UAP on Instagram, and look for more videos like this on our YouTube channel that we just launched. So please, we want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank Renee for taking time out of her busy schedule to talk to us about this. So yes. Thank y'all for coming and listening to our video.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. And for future references, this is the Sankofa bird tree that we're talking about. They're going to be the logo, hopefully. So
get used to seeing it everywhere. You'll see it on t-shirts. You'll see it in the office.
Yes.
Maybe we'll make laptop stickers and you could put it on your laptop.
That'd be amazing. We got to write that down. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming, and enjoy the rest of your day.